So Katie, run us through how the last Friday night kind of started. This was last semester, correct?
Yeah, so basically how last Friday night started, we were in, what was the classroom called again?
We were in
was the class?
fundamentals of
Television,
Yes,
yeah.
fundamentals of television. And the whole basis of the class was basically we had to come up with a live show idea. I came up with like the idea for the show. I didn't have the name yet, but the next day I immediately told Mike, I said, Mike, do you want in on this? And Mike was like, yeah. And then throughout it, we came up with the name and, you know, more of the stuff for it.
Yeah, so Katie approached me and she said, Mike, like, do you have like any ideas for this project? And I was stumped at this point. And so Katie comes up to me and goes, well, what about if we did something like Billy on the Street or like Impractical Jokers, but like around campus? And I was like, that sounds amazing. And so she approached me with it. I was like, absolutely. So I hopped on with her, and the two of us were considered like doing the assignment together. And I was super excited, and we ended up getting the name from some of our classmates, and just ideas started flowing and things started to take shape. Originally, like, the format of it was completely different.
Groundbreaking announcement.
From Mount Studios, we bring you The Cure, last Friday night.
After the assignment was over, and that's when Josh and Emily actually had talked to us about joining us on it, and that's when this team got together.
Yeah, so we were actually producing our own show for our own independent studies and whatnot for grades. But we kind of saw what they were doing. We were like, this is so much better and so much more fun looking. Not to say that what we were producing wasn't fun. Like, it did go well. He was a host on it. It was pretty.
This is MSPN. I'm your host, Michael Flanca.
It was pretty awesome, but we kind of saw what they were doing, and I was like, yeah, I want in on that. Yeah. So what is it like? So you didn't know that you kind of were into all this social media managing kind of stuff like that. What was it like, kind of like getting into that position, just kind of being thrown in like that?
And being really good at it.
Yeah.
No, I was so excited. I really wanted to do it, especially because like I never got to do any of that in like classes or anything. So it was something that I really wanted to try, and I'm glad I did it because it was a lot of fun. So.
Yeah, she creates graphics and whatnot, and so like,
she
what
makes
is
it
that?
Look pretty.
Literally.
She does make. Yeah, she makes it look pretty. Fair, that's fair.
Yeah.
So that obviously that's pretty challenging for you, making sure that the graphics look good and all that kind of stuff. What do you think the most like hardest part of this is for you?
Honestly, I feel like scheduling is like pretty hectic for us. So as you know, being 4 individual students with 4 different classes and schedules, getting us all together to do stuff is definitely hard. I know Katie likes to get up on the board.
Yeah.
We do love
Bring
the
it to
board.
the
We
board.
love them. Smack it up.
Smack the board up there.
Yeah. So Katie loves her boards, and those are super helpful.
Yes.
I think scheduling is definitely a big part of it, but honestly, probably the most challenging thing has to be like the quality of our content, maintaining quality.
Yeah,
I feel like that's a
definitely.
big question with us all the time. Like, we go out and we film, and then we're like,
Is
I
this
don't know
good?
if this is good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well, it's good we all have different opinions.
different
So
humor and all that
yeah,
kind
and
of stuff.
the
Yeah.
humor
Yeah.
is like the main thing, because you guys might think something's funny and me and Katie are like, no.
I know we've
It's
had
not
plenty of
funny.
days when me and Josh put an edit together,
Oh,
and Katie
yeah.
comes in and goes, no.
Take that out.
Yeah, I think
Pinpoint it.
that's also a big challenge, is that we obviously do our own thing. We shoot our own footage and whatnot, and then the school sometimes asks us to come in and go to an event, or in the case of spring weekend, go to basically every event.
Every day.
And try and film.
And other assignments.
Yeah,
and
then
other
we have
assignments,
school,
yeah, and we have
so-
school,
and then we're
and-
students.
So I think
Yeah.
it's the scheduling, the quality, all that. It's a big difference, but I think the biggest thing is when we're spread way too thin.
Yep.
And while we do have wonderful interns that help us out with a few things, it's kind of hard to make sure that everyone is on the same schedule at the same time.
Right.
Absolutely.
And the focus is all on.
This is a job. This is
Yeah,
our job outside
absolutely.
of
It's a
school.
job.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is our job.
No, it literally is.
A lot of people say don't go into business with your friends. And like you're saying, this is a job. This is literally, we're spending hours and hours in an editing studio. You're spending hours on graphics. We're spending hours on figuring out what video to make. And all
Spend
that kind of
hours at the
stuff.
board.
Hours at the board,
Scary.
and I don't think it would work unless we were all as close as we are,
Yeah.
because
Yeah, no.
we would definitely have gotten tired of each other by now.
Oh, absolutely.
So I think this is one like exception to that rule of not going into business with your friends.
Definitely.
I'd have
I
to
don't-
agree.
I
I mean,
don't-
yeah, I see
yeah.
you guys. You're like the only people I see around campus like every day,
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah.
And
Literally.
I'm never like,
All the
gosh, I hate
time.
them so much. Like,
But
that,
it's random times too. Like we
Yeah.
don't even plan
no.
to see each other, and then the other day I'm walking into like the hallway, and Josh and Katie are moving the couch.
Yes.
I'm like, what is going on
Yes.
here?
We were editing in the room for hours again on end, and we were just like, you know what? We need the couch in here
We-
to just kind of relax
Yeah,
sometimes.
just the cozy vibe, you
Yeah.
know.
I do know that
So-
that one of your favorite parts, and you've talked about this before. I don't know if it's on camera, but like seeing people's reactions.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I love being able to see somebody who says, "Oh, I saw like tonight's episode or last night's
yeah.
episode. It was so awesome. Like I loved it. It made me laugh. I watched it with my friends, or like I watched it with my roommate, Father Greg. We saw
Father
the other
Greg,
day.
He's a star.
In The View, and he was like, I think the campus absolutely needed it, and I was like, okay, like, thank you, like that means a lot.
And not only is it very humbling to get those reactions from people, but it's also like a total ego boost.
Yeah.
Yes.
God,
It
Josh
is.
with the ego.
I need the ego boost. you
Yeah.
know?
No, I kind of need it too.
Yeah,
but-
no, no, it is
Everyone
nice.
gets
Good.
It. It feels
Well,
good.
definitely.
Oh
Like
my
when
God.
me
We
and
work
Katie were
hard.
literally jumping up and down, we're like, okay, we're in public, and we're like excited.
My favorite part, I'd have to agree, is working with my friends always. That's just super enjoyable because it's like, you know, we're mostly hanging out every time we're working on stuff, and it's
Even
just,
when we're filming, it's really
it-
just kind of fun.
It's all
it's
laughs.
fun.
It's
It's
so-
all
It's
laughs.
so
we can
funny.
we can stress as much as we want when we're like not filming and whatnot, but once we get out there, we're just having fun. Like,
Oh
right
no,
now.
it's like the
And
trivia.
right now, yeah.
The trivia.
The trivia
one
was
was
Oh
really
my god,
fun.
Josh was making me laugh so hard in this one part, and I literally like you probably could hear it in the episode.
I think I actually
Yeah.
looked over to you and I was like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, you
Like,
did.
What's going
You
on?
did. I literally.
And
was
it's the
dying.
same thing with Matt, who's our usual host. Shout out. But
We
like,
love you, Matt.
even when he's hosting, and there's maybe even just Katie with him, or
Yeah.
like if it's two other people, we're just laughing behind the
Oh,
scenes.
oh
and,
yeah.
And you know, it's
It's
a
always
lot
a
of fun.
good time on last Friday.
Always a good
night.
time
Yeah.
on last Friday night. And we're all like the happiest we could be when we see a video performing well. And
When
we're
it's
all
well
laughing
received,
about it.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Like the final, like, I don't know what the word is because I don't have a sense of vocabulary, but like the final product
Huh.
is like it's once we get there for whatever video we're producing, it's just like the best feeling. Like all the
Yeah.
stress is lifted, and we're
Mm.
like, this was amazing.
Yeah.